You're listening to Hotep Ish with your host, Dewan B. Intelligent Ish Talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
Quick, but I wanted to talk to y'all. But I don't know what the hell I want to talk about. So I want to see what's on y'all mind. And then we can take it from there. I will have call-ins. Yeah, we live. I'm over here watching the Lakers over here. This Laker team pisses me off. I'm tired. This Laker team pisses me off. Got all that goddamn talent for no fucking reason. I want to hurry up and get LeBron James out of here. Get Westbrook out of here and just start this shit over with. We can keep Anthony Davis. What up, everybody in here? Thoughts on the 76ers? You know, they need to trade Ben Simmons. Hey, what's up, Larry? Hey, Larry talk about all that tough shit. But when he was out here, I had boxing gloves, 2 pair of boxing gloves in the garage, and Larry did not want that fade, so. Yeah. Man. Yeah, Ivory said LeBron's here for another 3 years. Yeah. They don't keep shuffling teams in to gift LeBron another championship. The NBA wants so badly him to catch up to Kobe than Jordan. If these horses don't work, they would trade these horses out for horses that will. They did that back in 2016, remember? They had that team, the Cavs had Dwayne Wade, Isaiah Thomas, had all them cats, and then they lost like 2 in a row. Y'all go look this up. And then like LeBron tanked, like he said he faked the injury, acted like he was hurt, and pouted and cried when they had Jay Crowder and those cats. And they traded that whole squad, like got a whole new squad at the All-Star break. And that's the squad that pushed them and prepared them to that championship. The NBA was like, oh, this team don't work, LeBron? Shit, we get you a new one. Meanwhile, any other player, if they say, hey, I want to trade, what are you doing? You're not right. Fuck. fuck out of here. And I'll say this on my Facebook the other day, man. I forgot how sensitive Jordan fans are. Because I be trolling LeBron fans so hard. Because here's the reason why I be trolling people like that. Hey, what's up, Tish? Here's the reason why I be trolling like sports fans and like Jay-Z fans like that. Because first of all, grown-ass men aren't supposed to be that big of fans of anybody. Like, let's just get that part straight. Grown-ass men should be like, okay, that player is cool, and then go about their life. Like, you remember how we used to talk basketball back in the 90s? When we talk basketball, we'd be like, man, I like Nick. Remember that play Nick Van Exel made? He crossed dude up and he threw it behind the back pass. Nowadays, these niggas talk sports like they fucking accountants. No, such and such is good because he had this many assists and that many stats, and he's averaging this. Niggas talking stats but don't know the difference between the mean, the mode, and the median. Like, the average ain't even the best. Like, that's not even the best stat, the most accurate stat. Like, once you take stats, like, you know, average is like one of the least reliable stats. The median's a little more accurate. But these niggas these days get too emotional about sports and their favorite players. Like, black men, this shit needs to stop. I bring this up every now and again, and I'm bringing it up again now. Black men, this shit needs to stop. You niggas need to stop being in love with basketball players and athletes. Them niggas is good hoopers or whatever they do. Cool. But all this extra shit, such and such is a good father and he helps his community. You niggas sound like cornballs. It's just sports, niggas. It's just sports. Let's leave it at that. Niggas have gotten too wild and out there with these sports lately, man. And the biggest perpetrators are Jordan fans and LeBron fans. Jay-Z fans when it comes to music. Obama fans when it comes to politics. You niggas are made martyrs out of regular ass human beings that are, you know, they talented, but you know. What's up, Ali Hemmett? Niggas is too hard on for these goddamn athletes. So every now and again, I say some shit online just to piss them kind of niggas off. Why? Because I don't respect what they have to say anyway. Like, dude, Jordan was a good player. Like, he was great in the 90s. Great, cool. But all this, he was God. He was the greatest of all time. If Jordan was the greatest of all time, why did Isaiah Thomas smack his ass around 3 years in a row? Huh? Cats sound like Jordan played just 6 years. He was undefeated in the finals. And what about when Shaq waxed his ass in 95, though? Shaq and Penny. Them niggas went to work on him. And I believe the only reason why they didn't work their asses again in 96 is because Shaq spent most of that year injured. Shaq wasn't quite Shaq. So you kind of knew they were going to lose that. Y'all don't like talking about that year Shaq and Penny worked the shit out of Chicago Bulls. Oh, they say, because Isaiah Thomas had a better team. Well, when Jordan won his 6, he also had the better team. There was not one team that he played against that had a better squad top to bottom than the Chicago Bulls. During the 90s, you had expansion. So yes, there were a lot of individual good players, but there weren't that many good teams. Because the Minnesota Timberwolves, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, y'all know the teams, goddammit. I'm not going to go down the whole list. Look it up. 6 new teams came in the league between Charlotte Hornets between 88 and 95. So it diluted the talent pool. So you had Clyde Drexler, with no other Hall of Famer. He played against Magic with Magic had fucking Vlade Divac at center, and Worthy was old. He played against Phoenix, Charles Barkley with no other Hall of Famer, while he had Pippen and a deep bench and Horace Grant. People, I got a thumbs down already. That was from an emotional male, ladies, that you don't want to deal with. Like, these kind of niggas are not the kind of niggas you want to marry, ladies, all right? But what happened? Are they thumbs it up? Okay, they made a mistake. My bad. I apologize to you. I'm talking shit. But these dudes, they make that same argument. It's like, come on now. Come on now. Pippen was Pippen. They be like, Jordan was the best defender. No. I had WGN back in the day. I used to see all of Jordan's regular season games. They just come on at 4 o'clock. And then as soon as Michael Jordan game went off, we turned on BET Video Soul. Back in the 90s. Y'all 90s niggas know how it was. Watch the WGN when you get home from school to watch Michael Jordan play. And then turn on Video Soul when the game go off. Or if the game was still on when Video Soul was on, you flip back and forth between Video Soul on the commercials and at halftime of the Bulls game. Nigga, I watched all this nigga's game, so you can't tell me shit. Pippen used to lock every other team's best player down. All this nigga Jordan had to do was come in and get buckets. Pippen did literally everything else. Yeah, the Knicks were good, but you had Patrick Ewing and nobody else. This nigga Patrick Ewing got to the finals with John Starks running the guard. Gary Payton and Sean Kemp gave that nigga the business. Gary Payton was getting in Jordan's ass. And then in game 4, the referees was like, all right, enough of this Gary Payton shit. Nigga, we about to make every call for the Chicago Bulls. And then when he did play against a team that had 2 Hall of Famers, the goddamn Utah Jazz, he had 3. He didn't have to worry about Karl Malone because he had Dennis Rodman, the greatest defender in NBA history. I'll say it again. He had Dennis Rodman, the greatest defender in NBA history. Jordan always had the better team them 6 years he won. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you the goddamn greatest, you should have beat Detroit when they was still good. You had to wait till them niggas got old to win. No. Jordan was the best player of the 90s. That's it. Jordan was absolutely the greatest player of the 1990s. But he like Jay-Z. Jay-Z was around in the early 90s when Nas was on top, Ice Cube and all them, Tupac. But Jay-Z couldn't get no play till them niggas died. And the record company stopped re-signing good artists. Same with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got his play when Magic, Bird, and Isaiah were done getting theirs. Oh, Michael Jordan was around when them niggas was around. But he wasn't doing shit. That's all I'm saying. Black men, we got to get off that athlete worship, that entertainer worship. The people, if they improved, if the media saying, hey, this is a good Negro, that nigga ain't no good for you. I promise. If the media saying that nigga think he this, he think he that, you probably need to look at that nigga twice. Evan said, but Hov didn't have any lines to steal yet. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. I'll be kind of talking too long-winded. What y'all talking about in here? Jordan was not a more complete player than Magic. Jordan was a better scorer than Magic, most definitely. Magic used to have games where Magic had games where he'd have stretches where he had like 23 assists, 3 or 4 games in a row. And this is without playing high screen and roll offense. And this is with having Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Do you know if Magic did not have Kareem? Because every time he passed it down, Because we got to remember what an assist is. An assist is just a pass when someone scores without taking any dribbles or one dribble max. Magic had to dump the ball down to Worthy. Worthy too, but Kareem a lot. So when he dumped the ball down to Worthy or Kareem, Magic didn't record an assist. Most of his assists came on the break. Can you imagine if Magic played in today's style offenses, high screen and roll, that's tailor-made for a high volume of assist numbers? Can you imagine if Magic had the running gun style of play that he played, and then if he did settle in, when he did settle in the half court, Magic Johnson got to run high screen and roll every fucking play? This nigga Magic could have averaged 20 assists a game. Magic was great on the block. He never gets credit for his work on the block. Go back and watch him play on the block. Magic post footwork was phenomenal. Every now and again, NBA TV, they'll go back and replay a game. They'll replay games from like the 1991 playoffs when the Lakers played against the Golden State Warriors, like in the first round. This is after Magic. This is after Kareem retired. Man, the Lakers' offense was throwing the ball in the post to Magic, and this nigga Magic will get on that block, drop step, and this nigga will be going to work on the block. Magic's best season was that last year before he got AIDS, before they got kicked out for having AIDS. Go back and watch that nigga Magic play in 1990 and 91 after Kareem left, and look how expanded his game was, especially his post work. If you don't get the fuck out of here. See, people don't really know Magic. They don't really go back. They just know the passes. When they go back to Magic, they look at them, they see the no-look passes, and that's it. Y'all never watched the intricacies of his game. How he developed the three-point shot the last 2 years of his career. The last 3 years, really. Magic developed a reliable three-point shot from 88, 89, 90, and 91. The thing that pushed Jordan over the top, Jordan had Nike and the NBA in his pocket. It's a story I want to tell y'all from David Falk. It's a story I heard from him. I heard my wife tell it because then I ended up finding an old YouTube video that I cannot find now. Remember back in the days when everything was on YouTube? A lot of shit, like Nike. I think Nike had this shit taken down. You can't find it. But David Falk talked about how they created Michael Jordan. They basically created Michael Jordan in the lab. And when I say the lab, I'm talking about the persona of Michael Jordan. For those of you who don't know, David Falk was Michael Jordan's agent. Well, in the 80s, the NBA was trying to figure out a way to market itself. At the time, football and baseball were more popular sports than basketball. Hell, basketball would have issues in ratings if it came on at the same time as the Kentucky Derby. Horse racing was damn near bigger than basketball in the 70s. So in the 80s, Magic and Bird give the league some life. In 1984, Commissioner David Stern comes into the NBA. Commissioner Stern, when he got to around the marketing the NBA, the NBA never marketed itself. It used its partners to market, meaning Nike, Gatorade, Duracell batteries at the time. This is history, y'all. Most niggas can't give y'all NBA history like me. That's why I be like, look, I'm a well-rounded motherfucker. I ain't just fat and rounded. I like, what's up, Quaness? You know, I could talk to y'all about certain things, but one thing I could really talk to you niggas about is sports, specifically basketball. People in this chat room can attest to how close I have been to the game at certain points in my life. And like anything else that I do, y'all know I study the history of anything that I do. That's the only reason why I know so much history. Not because it's because if I got into something, I want to know where it came from, and I got into a lot of shit. So get some basketball history for you niggas. The NBA needed to market needed a way to market, and they decided to market itself through its players. Baseball marketed teams, and so did football. Football, baseball and football, for the most part, marketed teams to local markets, and they promoted teams. The NBA took the route of promoting personalities, people. Dr. J showed them how they can do this. See, Dr. J was just as big as Jordan was during his day, but Dr. J didn't have no Nike behind him. Dr. J had no machine behind him. All Dr. J had was his game and his swag. And he made an irrelevant NBA a thing with just his personality and swag and style of game. So Magic and Bird comes in. They bring the NBA to relevance to where before Magic and Bird, NBA games would be tape delayed. Magic and Bird got them to where they can get live games on CBS. So when the NBA decided to market personalities, of course, Magic was the fit that they wanted to really push the league forward through Nike. And again, now I'm getting to the point to where I'm telling you about what I've heard from David Falk himself, the Michael Jordan's agent. They wanted Magic because Magic had the personality, the style, and everything else. But Magic was unwilling to sign that contract with Nike. Magic didn't want that contract with Nike. He didn't want that whole personality thing where basically Nike controlled his personality and all that shit. He didn't want that. He had his shoes with Converse. Magic was good. So Michael Jordan was the backup option. Michael Jordan was the backup option. So they signed Michael Jordan, and if you notice, you don't find many interviews from Jordan in his first year of his career as a rookie, and very few his second year. Why is that? Well, the reason is because Nike put him through an A&R, like a kind of school, a finishing school, sort of how Motown used to do with his artists. Teach them how to talk to the media, teach you how to walk, teach you how to dress. Michael Jordan had a Southern Carolina twang in his voice. If you listen to his North Carolina interviews, he had a twang in his voice. Well, Nike took that twang out of his voice and gave him more of a Chicago-based voice, because two things are true at the same time. One, he played for the Chicago Bulls, but two, if you ever want to know what standard English is, standard English, again, like I like to give you guys well-rounded knowledge. You know, you pull in different points of information, and all knowledge coalesce into one sphere, one ball. There is no separation of knowledge. It all works together. Well, when it comes to I just lost my goddamn train of thought. I was talking about Michael Jordan's personality. Oh yeah, when it comes to standard English is English is spoken in Chicago. That's something that's been, you don't really hear now, but back at the time, like if you ever, and this is something I learned in school, but as a communications comm studies major, when we talked about, like when we took our classes on linguistics and voice and diction and linguistic classes, they all tell you that standard English is recognized as English is spoken in Chicago. Not Southern English, not New York, Brooklyn accent, you know, not the upper north, west, don't you know? No, English is spoken in Chicago. Why is standard English spoken in Chicago? Well, that's because in the early days of radio, the biggest radio stations in the United States of America were out of Chicago. Chicago radio stations had the biggest signal, and they reached the most people. They reach people on the Eastern Seaboard and also those in the Midwest. So standard English is always known as English spoken in Chicago. Just so happened Michael Jordan went to the Chicago Bulls. That right there is no conspiracy. It just happened that way. Because by then, mind you, Michael Jordan was already on the Bulls where he got decided to be picked as the spokesperson for the NBA. So the NBA took him to finishing school, taught him how to dress, taught him how to walk, taught him how to talk. And then they created the whole marketing thing behind him. If you go back to the 80s, remember he had a video called Come Fly With Me. Like no other player had that. Mind you, at the same time at that time in the 80s, Mike Tyson and Bo Jackson were bigger stars than Michael Jordan. Mike Tyson in boxing and Bo Jackson in football. Because Bo Jackson played football and baseball. So Bo Jackson's a bigger star in 1987 than Michael Jordan. That's where it comes from. So Nike, you right, Nino Black. Nike hella got over on Michael Jordan. They hella got over on him. Michael Jordan should have been a billionaire back in 1992. If we're gonna make it 100, Michael Jordan shouldn't just be no billionaire the last 10 years. Michael Jordan should have been a billionaire in 1991, 92. So they used Michael Jordan and they created a persona and a personality to sell to the people. And his number one duty was to not speak on anything political. That's why when it comes to Michael Jordan, he walks and talks. And people got mad at Kobe when Kobe was young. They were saying, "Oh, he's just a knockoff Michael." No, what it really was, Kobe and Michael went to the same refinement school that the NBA put the people they wanted to market the league through. Kobe later in his career ended up saying, "Fuck all that shit." If you listen to like the last 10 years of Kobe's career after that little rape charge, that nigga Kobe was raw. Way different than he was his first few years when he was still under that same type of pressure. But Michael Jordan was a persona created by the NBA. And I'm not saying he wasn't great. That nigga was the greatest player of his time. He really was. If people want to call him the greatest player of all time, I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not going to say he wasn't. If that's what you believe, cool. I believe, there is no one greatest. You got Wilt, you got Kareem, you got Magic. I personally take Magic before I took Jordan. You got Jordan, you got Kobe. It's a lot of them. But basically, that was a marketing thing that the Michael Jordan thing ended up becoming. And LeBron James is now the beneficiary of that marketing scheme. Same thing. Kobe was it, but when Kobe had that rape charge, that was it for him. You can't touch a white gal and still be the golden goose. Shit was over when that happened. Yeah, and they created a whole persona around Jordan driven by shoes. So you got a whole bunch of black men, too goddamn many, walking around falling on the sword for Michael Jordan. Hey, you niggas need to get off that shit, man. If I put up a post about Michael Jordan, you shouldn't take it personal. Michael Jordan ain't taking my post personal, so why the fuck are you, niggas? Same thing with you bronzexuals. We get on the internet and we talk shit. Who are you grown-ass men to think you are to go defend another grown-ass man who don't know who the fuck you is, nigga? The fuck your problem? What the hell is wrong with us black men? The fuck? Sports is the main place you talk a little bit of shit, swallow some spit, and get moving on with your life. Grown-ass men walking around, don't say nothing about the king. Man, fuck you. Ladies, I feel bad for y'all in this particular area. I say this and I'll say it again. If black men defend black society the way niggas defend Michael Jordan and LeBron James, white supremacy will end in 16 minutes. Let me say that one more time. If black men defended the greater good of black society, meaning not let us be shitted on in the media, stand up for ourselves when we're being downtrodden, stand up and speak up and take action for our community, the way we stand up and take action and support financially, mentally, spiritually, and physically LeBron James and Michael Jordan, white supremacy couldn't live for another 17 minutes. You're right, Quanes. Niggas is putting Kevin Samuels on that cross right now lately. And brother man say some cool things. But just because he say some cool things don't mean you need to go running and fall on a sword for the nigga when regular ass niggas who got all of their needs met question something the nigga say. Motherfucker ain't infallible. And niggas need to stop watching all these fucking sports gossip shows. Fuck what Stephen A. Smith gotta say. Skip Bayless, that race. Niggas been letting Skip Bayless racist ass come on their face for damn near 20 years now. And you turn that show on every day. Man, I just watch because shit ain't gonna get him. Them niggas shit in your black ass face every day. I stopped watching all the sports gossip shows 10 years ago. Like, man, when they talk about the white boys, they don't pit. As much as you should be pitting Peyton Manning against Tom Brady at the time, they would still, even if they did sort of put them against one another, they would talk about how good, they would accent how good they are. See, Tom Brady is really good at running the system of Bill Belichick, and versus Peyton Manning, he checks his own plays and he calls his own plays. They wouldn't shit on one to make the other one better. I remember back in the days when the Arizona Diamondbacks won the World Series. They had Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson. They didn't pit Curt Schilling against Randy Johnson. And that was in the years when Shaq and Kobe was on the same team together. I remember I used to watch SportsCenter every day. I'd be like, why is it they always putting Shaq and Kobe against one another, but they don't do that with Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson? Two of the greatest pitchers of all time on the same team. Like, literally the same scenario. But with the white boys, both of them get to be great. With the black ones, it's one against the other. I started noticing that shit around like 2002, 2003. And I kept watching because I'm so into sports. But around 2010, I was just done with it. Like, you know what? Around the time Stephen A. Smith came back to ESPN, I was just done with it. Like, I'm not going to just sit here and just watch these people just shit on black people all day. These athletes are the athletic gods. These is the gods. Showing us all what we can be at our best physically, if we at what human physicality is at its best. These are the gods we watching, even if that's the last nigga off the bench. But all they do is shit on everybody and uplift one. I got tired of that shit, man. And so I made that decision over a decade ago. I'm not going to be watching black men get shitted on by these white people and these corny ass niggas who couldn't get a woman that looked good if they tried. So black men, get off that sports shit, man. Watch a game. But after the game is over with, go back to your fucking life. An NBA game is 48 minutes, 2 hours long on TV. Watch the game, drink a beer, smoke some weed. But when that game is over, get back to your fucking life, man. Don't let SportsCenter and ESPN consume your life. We got a fucking society to build as a people. Ain't got time for all that shit. We got to grow up. in that area. That's how we gonna get through as a people. We gotta make it happen. Can't wait for it to happen. We gotta make it happen. What's up, Dr. Sinister? Hey, Dr. Sinister, you said some shit in the 5150 chat room yesterday that had me dying laughing. What did you say? I was reading the chat. I was reading the chat at 5150 yesterday. Dr. Sinister had me dying laughing. That nigga said something. He said you said a joke about Ryan. That shit was funny as hell. I forgot what it was. That shit was funny. I was like, this nigga right here. What's up, Star? Yeah, they're allowing women in the locker room. Why ain't the men reporters allowed to go in WNBA locker room? Fuck that. Yeah, that whole Kyrie versus Aaron Rodgers situation. And I ain't got time for that shit. They don't get my attention no more. Fuck them networks. Fuck them networks. I watch a game, but I don't even watch halftime shows. Hell, as a matter of fact, when I watch a game, usually I'm listening to music. Hey, go back and listen to my last episode of Mixcloud. On Mixcloud, I did one on my last episode. I did I did one on what was it on? I did 80s power singers last week, and then this last episode was on. God damn it, DeJuan, I'm drawing a blank into what the fuck I just did. Star, you was in the Mixcloud show, my last music show. Who was there doing? Oh, my last Mixcloud. Download it right now on Instagram. I mean on YouTube. It's on Mixcloud. It should be in the description bar, or Star posted. I did it on doo-wop music. The history of doo-wop and where it still plays through today, and the importance it is in our music. Salute to my Mixcloud crew. Small but mighty. Y'all be there for me. I appreciate it. Download Mixcloud, the app, and subscribe. I do shit on Mixcloud that I can't do on YouTube. I wish I could do on YouTube. If I could play my music on YouTube, I would do it here so you niggas wouldn't have to do anything extra. But I can't. So I had to go to an app that allows me to play music in order for you to get the show and get it right. I'm about to open up the phone line and see what y'all want to talk about. Let me open these phone lines up. Oh, crap. I didn't do that right. There we go. Is that it? There we go. 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. What y'all talking about? What y'all want to talk about? We ain't got to keep it on sports. We can talk about anything. I don't give a shit. Whatever y'all want to talk about, I'm here for like another hour. I got a glass of wine in my hand. I just finished smoking a blunt. I just want to kick it with y'all and let y'all decide what the fuck we gonna talk about. Do I think the Bulls have a shot at making the finals? No. Well, they do have a shot because injuries. If injuries happen, yes. But I think they're a year away. They're too young. And you cannot depend on DeMar DeRozan. He's not that guy. But I think Kevin Durant and James Harden, if KD and James Harden are both injury-free going into the playoffs, it's going to be Brooklyn. Yes, they'll beat Milwaukee. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, DeJuan? This is Nino Black, man. I ain't really got too much to say, dog. I just wanted to call in and show some love, but I did want to bring one thing to your attention, though.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. I just seen an article today talking about YouTube is gonna be removing the dislike buttons from their platform. It'll only be visible to the content creators.
Man.
And I got an idea as to why, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. you started some shit, nigga. I'm answering your call. Thanks for calling. I'm answering your question.
All right, for sure.
I saw that too. Thanks for calling, Nino Black. I saw that too. And my first thought was this. They're doing that because remember that Kamala Harris video when she was on the Breakfast Club? And it had feels like 4-1 dislikes to likes. They don't want that shit going on anymore. You have cats like Jason Black and Professor Black Truth breaking the news down and using whatever relevant data they can get and pointing these kind of things out to us. They don't want that shit no more. You know what I mean? That's because YouTube is doing its best in its algorithms to push its mainstream products. Breakfast Club, Drink Champs, all those shows that are sponsored. That Matt Barnes and that sports show, the one that stole from the Knuckleheads podcast. What's the one with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson? They want to push that shit. And God forbid one of them shows have a bad episode and you see all these dislike. They don't want that because YouTube is going corporate. That's why, honestly, y'all be thinking look, I don't take you niggas for granted at all. Because I know what YouTube is pushing. I know what's out there. And for y'all to come in here and fuck with me, I don't take that for granted at all. I love it. It was funny too. Yeah, B1, what's up, Black Butterfly? It's funny because yesterday my wife was laughing at me because she watches every episode of Craig Facts. Well, not every episode, but she watches a lot of them. And she was like, when I came home yesterday, she was like, you said that you're mean. You're not mean. Why did you say that on the show? Because Craig was like, DeJuan is probably the most meanest nigga in here. And I said that, I was like, baby, you right. But it's not that I'm mean. I'm just standoffish. I don't it's way easier for me to get on stage and talk to 10,000 people than it is for me to have a one-on-one conversation with somebody I don't know. I'm weird like that. If you meet me in person, I'll say hi. I'll be definitely cordial and cool. But having a conversation, nigga, I don't know what the fuck to say, nigga. I'll be nervous in interpersonal interactions. I can get on camera, I can get on TV. That ain't shit to me. I can talk to people, I don't get nervous, whatever. That's just fun to me, actually. But if you want to see me get nervous, nigga, put me in a one-on-one conversation with somebody I don't know. I don't like that shit. I hate it. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
What's up, big homie? It's Reginald calling from Houston.
83 years. That's that Houston area code. What's on your mind, brother?
Oh man, hey, we got problems down here in the Bay Age town.
What's going on?
I was calling about these couple of trials that they got, man. And I was wondering, I was watching the prosecutor for the Ahmaud Arbery case, and she's kind of bland. And I was wondering, what goes into the process for them picking who's going to be the lead attorney on these cases? Because this lady just doesn't seem too aggressive, and the judge is too friendly. He allows a lot of distractions that the defense, they slide tables around. They make stupid objections, just doing everything they can to disrupt the proceedings. So I was like, how does the process go for them to say, okay, we're going to get this person to handle this case? He's warned before or they let rookies do? I mean, how does it go? Do you know?
Well, you know, they file, they give the cases out the way they give them out. But it's two things that are always true, and we got to remember this as Black people. There's a way things are written, and then there's written law, then there's implied law. Implied law is a law that they go off of. Implied law meaning we all understand what it is, and what's understood don't need to be said. It's when the system of white supremacy comes together, and you have a higher profile case like this. Similar things were happening back in '92 with Rodney King. When Rodney King was beat, he was beat in LA County. He was beat in the city of Los Angeles, but they took the trial out to Simi Valley. For those who aren't from LA, Simi Valley is an area outside of LA that if you're in LA, you'll never need to go to Simi Valley, because it's not like when you go to Magic Mountain, you don't have to go that way up to 5. If you're going down to 101, you don't have to go to Simi Valley. Simi Valley is an area that you never have to go through if you're from LA, unless you're going specifically to Simi Valley, while at the same time, Simi Valley is an enclave without too much through traffic. So they purposely put the trial there because they knew they was going to be on some bullshit. Same thing was going on with this Kyle Rittenhouse trial. My man Joe Fox hit me up earlier. He was like, do you think they're going to have Kyle Rittenhouse as a white sacrifice, or are we going to have it as a dog whistle? And my answer was both. I think he's still going to end up getting convicted. But I think that although he will be convicted, they're sending out dog whistles all through this case, literally from the moment that boy was arrested. That man was arrested through now. Not piecing together him beating up a girl a couple months before he shot them motherfuckers, calling him, a child, a lone wolf instead of a grown-ass man, which he is. If you carry the fucking AR-15 shooting people, you're a grown fucking man. Then the media is compliant. The media is not asking. The question you just asked me, my brother, should be a question that MSNBC should ask every fucking day. But they ain't. Why? Because they're complicit, and everybody knows what's going on. They're sending dog whistles to these lonely ass, incel ass white folks to where even if you do get convicted, we're going to treat you with kid gloves. That's what this is about. This trial is a message. And this is my advice to Black people out there. If you're going to decide to watch the trial, me personally, I'm not watching it because I already know what the game is. But if you're going to decide to watch it, that's cool too. I'm not judging either way. Do not allow this to control your emotions. They do shit like that to keep us in a constant state of anger and a constant state of fear. As long as we're angry, as long as we're fearful, we're not thinking properly. We are the smartest motherfuckers on earth. We invented the air conditioner. We invented the car. We invented the motherfucking toothpaste, goddammit. We invented the indoor plumbing system, the phone, the light. We the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. But if we're constantly in fear, if we're constantly in anger, we're never going to get the opportunity to use our intelligence. So watch it if you choose, but do not let this shit fuck with your emotion. That's its intent.
I can dig it, baby.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, brother.
Hey, good show, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad to have you back, man.
I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, doctor.
Yes, sir. Don't let this shit fuck with your energy. Live your motherfucking life. Have a good time, Black people. Shit. Man. I ain't watching that trial because I know what it is. I know what it is. I know its intent. And I also know at the same time, I am powerless to change anything that's going on within that trial. But I haven't always been this way. I was once the person that would watch every trial. I understand what it is because I watched the OJ trial, because I watched the Rodney King trial, because I watched the Robert Blake trial, that white boy that shot his wife and they got off and no one talks about it anymore. because I watch the Trayvon Martin and updates every 5 minutes. And so whatever your heart is, wherever your heart is, you got to be true to it. If in your heart you feel you need to watch it, then by all means, go ahead and watch it. Just protect your heart. Protect your soul. We are too fucking smart to be in constant states of anger and fear. The reason why we as black people have not been acting smart as of late is because of the constant state of anger and fear that we're in. And too much time worshiping fucking celebrities, but that's... You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? See, y'all talking about energy here. Yeah, you do got to watch people's energy, man. You do got to watch people's energy, man. Energy is a big thing. I'm really big on energy. That's how I do my stand-up comedy. That's why I do these shows with you guys live. I like the energy of it. You know what I mean? I can feel an energy exchange through a computer. I don't know about y'all. People will be like, well, how can you know what's... Look, I've been in chat rooms since I was 16. I remember I first started out on this goddamn computer thing. And well, before that, I started out in Yahoo Chat back in like 1997. I was 16, yeah, 97, yeah. I started out in this shit, this internet shit, when it was new. Back when you be meeting these chicks when they didn't have no fucking... You had to have a scanner to have a picture online, and didn't nobody in the hood have a scanner. Unless your mama had a job that had a scanner, didn't nobody have a picture online. So you be rolling the dice when you meet with these chicks. You can feel energy online. I don't care what nobody say. I remember, I remember when I first started out though, I remember this one time, it was this one chick, I remember I was like 17. I went to Westchester, she went to Dorsey. And I met her in a Yahoo chat room. My Yahoo chat name was Shut Your Ass Up Before I Clown You. That was my Yahoo chat name. Shut your ass up before I clown you. I was just like you niggas in the 5150 chat room. And in this chat room. That's why I like fucking with y'all. That's why I be hard on niggas that ain't funny with fat jokes. You should always have funny fat jokes. Always have funny fat jokes. But I used to be in Yahoo chat. Yeah, Papa, that's a long ass name. See, back in the day, in the 90s, people's name was shit like in 2000, everybody's name was Hot Boy something, because the Hot Boys was out. Or Beyonce or Destiny's Child 909. That was like the kind of how like the names were. But my name was Shut Your Ass Up Before I Clown You. So I met this one chick, man. She was in a chat. Her name was something with Dorsey. I'm not going to say her whole name. Yeah, her name was like Dorsey Donna. Yeah, that's what it was. It's a fake fucking name. She's probably, who knows this bitch still alive? Who knows? Well, I don't know. This chick is still alive. Her name was Dorsey Donna. And I was like, man, she must be from LA because Dorsey High, the Dorsey Dons, the Dorsey High School, their mascot was the Dons. So I was like, her name is Dorsey Donna. She might be from LA. So I hit up like, yeah, Dorsey Donna, what's up? And we started talking and everything. I'm like 17 years old. And so we decided, okay, we gonna meet up. So we decided we gonna meet at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. That's usually where I met chicks back. The chicks that I met on Yahoo back in the 90s, in the early 2000s before I got a car, I'd always meet them at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. So she go down and we meet at the Warehouse Music Store. We supposed to meet there. I walk up and she told me yeah, I'm chocolate, but I look nice. You know, I look a little, she was trying to tell me she looked like Rudy from the Cosby Show. You dig? So I'm expecting this nice chocolate, Rudy from the Cosby Show looking chick to meet me up in the warehouse store. I'm 17 years old and horny. Hey, Pops, drop me off at the Baldwin Hills Mall. Don't trip. I'm going to walk back. Nigga, I get there and I see a chick that's dark, but she ain't looking like Rudy from the Cosby Show. I get a little closer. Man, this bitch looked like Eddie Levert from the OJs. Not even this. I mean, I was like, oh. She was like, yeah, this is me, Dorsey Donna. I was like, you. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta pay. It was because this was a Sunday. I was like, I forgot to tell you. Cause we didn't have cell phones. Like cell phones were around, but cell phones was expensive as shit. Like you had a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone. I was in high school. Didn't no fucking high school kids have cell phones back then. Not unless they was drug dealers. Man, she looked like, when I saw her, I started thinking, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place to back. Bitch, you backstabbed me. I didn't have a car. I'm at the Baldwin Hills Mall. Yeah, I could walk back home, but I got to walk down King Boulevard. And this is back when the jungles was the jungles. There wasn't no gentrification yet. This is back when BPS controlled that area. I just got there. I was like, see, that's why it's good to have a hustle, fellas. If you have a hustle, you can back your way out of some bullshit. I played the drums at church. I started playing the drums at church when I was 14. So I was like, oh, I forgot, man. We got a night service at church that I got to play. She was like, I can come. I'm like, nah. This bitch, man, she looked like Muddy Waters. Man, imagine, hey, fellas. There was no, somebody in the chat room said earlier, 04 when the webcams came around, that changed the game. But by then, I had a car, and so I wasn't on the internet as much by 04. I was 23 in 04. So by 04, nigga, I'm in the clubs. I used to be the nigga that get you in any club you wanted to in Hollywood. People who know me personally know what I'm talking about. So I wasn't on the internet as hard by then. I was on the internet real hard, 96 to 01. No webcams. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Baby Boy, calling from South Carolina, man. Much love, man.
What's up, Baby Boy? What's on your mind, brother?
Man, nothing, man. I just want to tell you, man, I look forward to hearing you talk your shit every Tuesday and Thursday on that Facts, man. I'm always tuned in, man. I appreciate you, man. You give a young brother a lot to think about. I'm 28 years old, man. By the time I'm 30, I hope to be on my shit. And I just appreciate the jewels you drop on me weekly, man. I just wanted to, you feel me? Give you your flowers, man. That's what it's all about.
That means a lot, brother. That's why I drop it. We got to drop these breadcrumbs because the school ain't did it. Fuck the school system. Them niggas ain't do shit. So we got to do it.
Straight up, man. Keep on talking that shit, bro. I ain't going to hold you up. Keep on talking that shit, man. I'm tuned in.
I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
You too, brother.
Yeah, dope call. Back to my story. It wasn't no fucking webcam back then, fellas. You rolled the dice when you met these chicks online. And this chick right here, oh my God, she looked like she was mixed with fucked and up. And I had to walk home horny as hell, 17 years old. Damn. And that happened to me a few times online. That happened to me a few times online. So you young niggas, y'all got it good. All these girls got cameras and you can see who they are right away. You didn't have to waste. And mind you, I was talking to the reason why I hurt so bad, I was talking to old girl for like 6 months before we finally met face to face. I didn't meet her right away. We was talking online for like 6 months. We talk on the phone sometimes. I trusted this woman. I thought she was going to be at least presentable. She had lint in her head. She looked like she just had a 17 rebound game. You young dudes online got it good. If you under 30, you blessed. You got to realize I just turned 40 this year. I am a forerunner for you niggas when it comes to online. The internet was around in the 90s, but it wasn't popular. When they first created Yahoo Chat for teenagers, I was in that motherfucker. African American Yahoo Teens Room 1. We was the beta test for all this shit. Magnetic said you came off AIM. Hey, oh yeah, AOL Instant Messenger. See, I remember I used to be on the line when I had my 56K modem. I'll be talking to a chick thinking I'm trying to work some magic, and then I had static in my phone line, and then you keep dropping offline, then you get back online, and then you talking to her again, trying to get her. Then you drop off again, then you get back online, then she's off Yahoo Messenger. You like, fuck! I used to be in the Yahoo chat room clowning motherfuckers. All I did was go in Yahoo chat to talk about people. I'll be in Yahoo chat. See, because back then, you didn't know how nobody looked. So you had to make up jokes about how you think they look. So you be in the chat room, somebody come in talking foul, you be like, nigga, your mama look like Sammy Sosa fucked a cow and shitted you out. You say jokes like that because you don't know how they look. So you just create. You look like, you having jokes, you be like, nigga, I bet you look like Gerald Levert fucked Monique. And you the product of that. You the product of midget incest. Those would be jokes. I bet you look like Venus Williams. You had to put I bet first because you really didn't know how these motherfuckers looked. Those are the old days of the internet, people. Yahoo chat rooms with a shit. Yeah, Poppin'. See, Poppin', you be killing me too in the chat room. You make some funny ass jokes, but you get to actually look at us and make jokes. We did not have that. I remember one time somebody came in, they was talking shit in the chat, and I was like, it was a chick. I was like, bitch, I bet you look like ox nuts. And everybody laughed. Cause shit, she could have been beautiful for all we know. But didn't nobody have a camera. So everyone after that, every time she came in African American Teens Room 1, everybody called that bitch Oxnuts. Because I said she probably looks like Oxnuts. And that was just a joke. That's why I wish 5150 was around back then. Man, I wish 5150 was around in 2000, in 1999. Man, I would have had so much goddamn fun. That's why I don't mind y'all talking y'all shit in the chat room. I know how fun it is. If I got to be like in my 20s or in my teens or my 20s in a chat room with 5 people on camera, and you know it's funny, I'm still cool with people from those days. So it's like certain people that be in the 5150 chat room, they don't necessarily talk a lot, but they was with me back in the whole old days of Yahoo. And I remember the last time I was on 5150, one of my boys was in there. One of my boys I used to clown with Still never met this nigga in person. But we've been cool since like 97. Because we would just go in chat rooms and raid. That every time I'm on 5150, I don't even know his YouTube name, so I can't tell you what it is. That nigga in the chat room going in with you niggas. And we just be talking like, man, we wish this shit was around when we was that age. That nigga Stanley White said that nigga had chicks I never seen. Man, hell, I had chicks I never seen that lived in North Carolina. Like, goddamn, it was certain chicks that I knew online back in the day. But when you in your early 20s, late teens, you broke. You can't fly. Or if you do go meet a chick. And back then, that shit was seen as taboo, meeting women online. Y'all don't understand that. We took risks. Back in the 90s, the propaganda was, don't meet people online. You probably gonna run across a murderer. You don't know who those people are online. But we did it anyway. Now that shit is seen as normal. But 20 years ago, if you were meeting people online, you were looked at as a weirdo. Oh, how times change. This nigga Magnetic said, you called him West Dress? West Dress? That's funny as hell. Oh, shit. That motherfucker said West Dress is blowing the game. Yeah, Westbrook is a person that gets stats, but he doesn't correlate to winning. That's why Kevin Durant's one of my all-time favorite players. Kevin Durant was winning with that nigga on his squad. Westbrook, yes, he'll get you a triple-double, but he will blow a game. Basketball is all about... basketball is just like music. It's all about the feeling and the tempo. It's not how many notes you play. It's when you play the notes. Same thing with basketball. It's not how many points you score. It's the timing of the shots. Do you hit big shots to break momentum? Do you take bad shots to give other teams momentum? Westbrook is a momentum killer. You'll be on a 6-8-0 run, and this nigga shoot a fucking layup off the backboard, give the other team a layup, cut your run, and give the other team a run. So instead of your 6-0 run being a 16-0 run, now it's a 6-0 run, but the other team got on a 12-0 run because of his bad shot. It's more than stats, people. There's a science and an art to basketball. Mickey Knox, yeah, Black Planet was a shit. Black Planet was the shit. Yeah, Westbrook is a player that does everything statistically right, but stats don't win games. Let's see, because I got the game on in the other room, but the other room's TV. I can see it from where I'm sitting. I gotta turn around and look at that. Okay, let's see what's the score. Let's see, they're showing Tyler Hero. I can't see the score on my TV too goddamn wide. Okay, there it is. Man, Lakers down 7? What the fuck? And look at this action that they run in. High screen and roll. Okay, let's talk some basketball real quick. Okay, they got the ball. Let's see. Let's see this action the Lakers running. Pass out to AD. Pick and pop. Brick. See, the Lakers are never going to win with that style play. In order to have Westbrook and LeBron, that basically turns AD into a spot-up shooter. And the last thing the Lakers need is Anthony Davis as a spot-up shooter. They need him in the mid-post. The Lakers need to run all of their action through either Anthony Davis or Carmelo Anthony from the block. That's where they'll be successful. You can't have these niggas lining up and shooting all these stupid shots. Okay, they just ran 3-man weave. Westbrook on a pick and screen. Pick and roll. Westbrook to a pick and pop. Okay. Man, I need to stop watching this game. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all got me back into basketball. See, part of the reason why I don't talk basketball too much to people because the media has done such a successful job turning it into a numbers game and dumbing it down. When I talk basketball from a coach's point of view, most folks don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, one thing I love about basketball, when I used to coach it, good shot, Carmelo, he just missed it. When I used to coach basketball, I always taught the game of life through basketball. Basketball is a perfect means to teach life to children. About taking advantage of your opportunities, knowing when to pass, when to shoot, when to defer to teammates, when to take the lead, keeping your defense strong at all times. I used to teach life game through basketball to kids. One day I'll do it again. Yeah, Carmelo was hitting those threes the other night, but the problem is this. Carmelo is a rhythm shooter. Carmelo needs the ball. Carmelo can hit those wide open threes as long as you give him 2 to 3 ISOs on the block per quarter. You got to give him the ball to get him some momentum and some rhythm. If he gets that, then yes, he'll hit his open threes. But if you don't give Carmelo his rhythm shots and make him a total 3-point shooter where that's all he's doing, he's not going to hit those shots consistently. He needs a rhythm first. And players like Russell Westbrook don't be recognizing shit like that. Hell yeah, media standard Carmelo heavy. This nigga Ivor called him Humpty Davis as an injury. Humpty nigga, that's cold. That's cold, Ivor. That's cold. Yeah, call in. What y'all talking? This is the live Q&A show. I don't have no one topic that I'm talking about. I'm just here chilling with y'all. I'm here chilling with my people tonight. Yeah, I appreciate that, Quanez. Yeah, donate to the Cash App if you feel like it. I got some dope shit coming up for y'all. The Hotep's website is getting rebuilt. It should be done later on this week. And then my live drum sample pack is gonna be coming. That website's gonna be coming up pretty soon. Oh, what's up, Manny? Manny knows me. Manny, I know you, but I'm trying to figure out. I know Manny, but I'm trying to. I know you from Westchester, but I don't recognize your face at all. You talking about that nigga John Tay? You talking about my boy John Tay? Yeah, I still talk. That's still my nigga. He an engineer. He an engineer now. That's. You know, I met John Tay when I was 4. He was 3. We 1 year apart, but same grade. We met in daycare together. I was Nike Tiffany daycare, 1985. I was 4. He was 3. Cause it's funny. It's funny, man. You talk about his mole, cause that's how we met. I remember I was already in daycare. We were in daycare. John Tay walked into daycare, and I said, "Hey, everybody, that kid got a mole on his face." And we all fell out laughing. He ran back to his mama. John Tay reminds me of that every now and again. He'd be like, "Man, you been an asshole since day one." He'd be like, "You been fat and an asshole since day one." I'd be like, "Yeah, that was fucked up." "Oh, you was Norris's homeboy." Okay. Yeah. Norris. I still talk to Norris on Facebook. Norris is in Dallas. I was in Dallas last month. Norris is in Dallas. We didn't get a chance to meet up. Norris is my nigga right there. Yeah, but John Tay, I met John Tay when I was 3, and we still cool. See, that's why I'm a communication coach, folks. That's why I have a communication company, Breakthrough Advocacy Services. Everything comes back down to communication. I'm not one of them niggas I'm not one of these just random ass dudes that do this shit that on the internet. The reason why I have a communication solutions business is because, hey, look, when you can keep friends that long, it's because you're a great fucking communicator. I don't just have a college degree in communication studies. I live it. So if you're having communication issues with you and yours, go to breakthroughas.org right now. Email info@breakthroughas.org and let me help you out. I combine real life experience with college training. Dig what I'm saying? Shameless plug, shameless plug. Y'all see the website. The website about to get reworked. What's up, Mark Miles? Yeah. What you niggas talking about? Okay, Lakers coming back. Oh, you got to make that shot. It all starts with defense. Let's see what's going on. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left. Miami 108, 107 Lakers. Oh, that's a charge. Yep, referee called it. Good flop. Good flop, Westbrook. The referee's going to get that play to you every time. You got a big on a small. The minute he makes that bump, boom, fall back and flop. That's going to be a guaranteed charge every time. Live Q&A. We doing it off the fly. Like I said, I ain't got one particular thing that I'm talking about. I'm talking about whatever the fuck y'all want me to talk about. You dig what I'm saying? I turned around and missed the play the Lakers are running. Okay. Miami has the ball. 1 minute, 52 seconds left. Kyle Lowry on the dribble. Switch on defense. We got Avery Bradley. Is that Avery Bradley? My TV's like 50 feet from me, y'all, so I can't quite see that well. Ooh, nice peel back. And a foul. Hit him in the face. That was a smart play, though, by Kyle Lowry. You know, when they're point guards, if you play basketball or if your kids are listening and they play basketball, if you're a point guard and you're dribbling through the lane and you get through and you get to the key, to the other end of the key, that peel back is always a really good option because oftentimes bigs go to sleep. Okay, now we got, I think that's Avery Bradley with the ball. I can't tell from how far away I am. No, that's not him. Okay. Bad shot. He got a foul, but that's a bad shot. That's that Malik Monk. Yeah, no, that wasn't a good option. In basketball, if you got Carmelo going, you got those guys going, every basket's important. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. I'd like to give y'all game, man, because that's the way we got to do it as people, man. The school system and the TV ain't going to give us shit. How do I feel about the infrastructure bill? It's part of the game that the Democrats play with the Republicans. The Republicans give the money to business. The Democrats come in and put it on infrastructure. It's similar to the American Reinvestment Act of 2010, or it was 2008 that Obama signed. The United States needs it. To get the bridges and roads and highways. It's not a win for black people. Like, is it cool for the state? Yeah, but basically it's going to give a lot of money to major corporations to go ahead and overbuild the country on contracting out work. Yes, that's an offensive foul. I am Badejo. You can't pump fake and then put your shoulder work into somebody. 1 minute, 3 seconds left in the Laker game. Tied at 108. It's cool for the country, but it ain't shit for us. It ain't nothing for me to celebrate. You know what I mean? Quan said nothing burger. Yep, you're right. Hell yeah, Emmanuel Heath. You got to acknowledge Mitch Richmond. Look, Mitch Richmond played in the era before NBA League Pass. He played in Sacramento. They never got internationally televised games. But even Michael Jordan said Mitch Richmond was the hardest nigga for him to guard. Okay. Look at Tyler Hero. He ain't going to make that. Oh, he made it. Okay. Tied at 110, 35.2 left. Don't go 2 for 1, Westbrook. Don't do it. I knew it. Oh, he made it. Okay, he made it. Okay. He made it. At least he made it. But that's not quite. They're going to have 27.4 left on the clock. Okay, that was actually a good shot. I didn't want him to do it, but he did it. Oh, he made it. At least he made it. Hell yeah, Mitch Richmond used to give Jordan buckets. That's why I don't run around acting like Michael Jordan was infallible. Mitch Richmond, Gary Payton, and them niggas used to work Michael Jordan. Fuck out of here. Michael Jordan is not infallible. They like to rewrite the history and act as if Michael Jordan was just this perfect player that was just perfect in the finals and oh, yes, no one can touch him, and he just walked on the court and commanded the respect of Jesus. Fuck out of here. Hey, Nino Black. So I heard that was a rumor. That's really coming out? The Vice City of San Andreas? Is that coming out on let me see. Oh, the wife is calling me. Let me see where she at. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we live talking that shit, swallowing spit. My wife's just getting back. Oh, so they are going to come out with the triple package. Okay, I'm getting it. Done, sold. I'm getting that. I did not know it dropped today. Okay. I remember hearing the rumor that it may happen, but I didn't know it dropped. Hey, y'all, I'm going to put y'all on hold for 2 minutes. I got to help my wife get these goddamn... She did the late night 24-hour Winco grocery shopping. I got to go get these bags. God damn it, I ain't about to have her carrying all this shit. Hey, y'all niggas, I will be back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Listen to the music in the meantime. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Thank y'all for waiting, motherfuckers. Lakers are in overtime now. But I'm glad y'all said that. Thank you, Nino Black. I did not know. So look, I'm telling you right now. If I knew that GTA had just come out today, guess what I'd be doing? I wouldn't be talking to you niggas. I wouldn't be talking to y'all. I'd be playing Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, why does Westbrook like shooting threes at the end of the game? Damn, nigga, you can't shoot. And I like Westbrook personally. I remember when Westbrook played at UCLA. That's when I was around UCLA a lot. I used to kick it with a cat that played for UCLA around that time, and I coached him a little bit. No names shall be dropped, because the name is irrelevant anyway. But I was around UCLA a lot back then, and I remember when Russell Westbrook came. Westbrook only came because Jordan Farmar was supposed to come back, but what Jordan Farmar decided last minute not to come back. And so that then freed up a scholarship space for Russell Westbrook. And I remember he was just as little. I remember when Westbrook first started playing in the men's gym. The men's gym runs at UCLA started with Magic Johnson back in the 80s and still continue through today. And if you're privileged enough and know the right people, you can go and watch the summer runs at UCLA in the men's gym. You get the best basketball ever there. 2 courts going on at once. Your best of your best in your NBA. I remember there'd be times. I remember the first time I saw Westbrook. Westbrook was on a court with this back when Emeka Okafor was like young. He was the first pick of the draft. He was like in his second, third year. I forgot what year. Emeka Okafor was on the court. Amari Stoudemire was there. Paul Pierce, Vince Carter was there. Kevin Garnett was there. Baron Davis. A lot of people. And Westbrook was this. Westbrook and Kevin Love came, and they were there. And I remember Westbrook was this little young dude that was just fast, but he didn't have that much game, to me, in my opinion. Drew Holiday was there. I thought Drew Holiday was better as a better skilled player. Then I remember I went back, I saw Russell Westbrook play. He looked cool that rookie year, that 1 year at UCLA. But I was like, he kept getting better as the year went along. And then that next summer after he was drafted, totally different player. That nigga developed so much game. And then when you saw Russell Westbrook progress, remember Russell Westbrook back in 2012, 2013? He had that pull-up game from 15 feet where he run real hard at you, get you on your heels, then pull up from 15 feet, knock that hole down. And then he just stopped developing. He just stopped developing. I don't know what the fuck happened. Quan, you sick? Get well, Miss Quan S in the chat room. Get well. Salute, Quinice. Yeah. But Westbrook, he got progressively better, I saw, through his first 5 years in the NBA. Then it just stopped. It just stopped after that. Nina brought up. I'm glad you brought up Sling, Nina. I was supposed to call Sling today. I was supposed to call that dirty motherfucker Sling today. I want Sling to do a drop because I'm about to start running. If y'all on Facebook and Instagram, I'm about to start running ads for my Hotepish t-shirts. And I need Sling to do a drop for him. I meant to call that dirty motherfucker today to get that shit done, but I forgot. No, I have not checked out BMF. I'm cool. Like me personally, like if people want to watch it, that's cool. But I'm personally tired of degenerate black society getting all the attention. You know what I mean? Like Powers, degenerate, BMF talking about the drug dealers, and you have that other show 50 Cent had about the brother who was in jail, got himself out. And it's all good and everything, but I'm tired of the underbelly of black society getting all the attention. With all of the geniuses that we've have out there, I'm cool on these gangster shows. Like, nigga, Boys in the Hood said all that needs to be said about gangster shit. I'm cool on that stuff. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, what's good, man? It's your boy from University of Maryland, man.
What up, brother? How's it going? How's the team going?
Man, we doing straight. We doing straight. You know what I'm saying? Getting the season started. But I just tuned in, man. I seen you online. I want your thoughts on that new movie, man, Stepdad, bruh. Is Disney trolling us?
Stepdads?
Yeah, Stepdad, the little Disney movie for the holidays.
Oh, is that the one with it's like two dads, some shit like that?
Nah, as a black man taking the role of raising two Asian kids, a Filipino kid.
Oh, I ain't seen that.
Bruh, look it up, bruh. They trolling. They got butter biscuits in this thing on the table. Bruh, they are trolling the hell out of black man, bruh.
Oh, wow.
It's called Stepdad. And it's like a cartoon they having for the holidays.
Oh, it's a cartoon?
Like, yeah, it's called Stepdad. Disney put out like a little short movie they putting out for, I think, Christmas. You gotta look it up, bro. It's called Stepdad, bro. They got a black man, like, it's just sipping out.
I'm gonna look that up, but I haven't seen it yet. But I will speak to the environment around that, man. Thanks for calling, and I'll be watching y'all this coming season, man.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Stepdad. Shit, they gotta. Oh no, like when it comes to these TV shows, man, the propaganda is just real. When it comes to these shows, we can expect them to. We can literally expect them to be fucking us over. Oh, it's a cartoon? Okay. Yeah, you're right, Robert Nelson. I'm tired of the stereotypes. Like, I'm tired of seeing every time I look on TV, when you see two black women on camera together, it's tension. It's like the black women on TV, when the white dude's in there, she's, hey, how's it going? Everything's okay? She's accommodating, she's nice. But whenever another black woman comes on camera, you feel the tension. They looking at each other funny. It's some bullshit. They don't show black men with respect for one another, with love for one another. Cause I don't care what nobody say. It's been my experience in life. 99.9% of my interactions with black men has been nothing but positive, respectful, and cool. Cause I carry myself with respect. That's what I attract. I've had 99.9% of positive interactions with black men. 99.9% of positive interactions with black women. But on TV, we drug dealers. We don't get along. We got attitudes. I'm not with it. But, you know, there are people out there who find entertainment in that. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Look, my thing in life is you got to follow your consciousness. You have to. If it's cool with you, then it's cool with me, man. I want people to always understand that. Even though y'all listen to me talk, I'm very staunch in my opinions and my approach, my point of view. But let me say something very clearly. If you feel differently than me, let me tell you right now, DeJuan Brown is okay with that. We all in this life game trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out just like you trying to figure it out. The few minute sections of life that I kind of halfway got figured out, I try to pass that information along. I pass it along to you because once I didn't know, but once I find out and I see that it works, I pass it along. Just like I learned from you. You cats in the chat room be teaching me shit. It be certain shit y'all say that I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. That nigga ivermectin is good for saying some shit that I'll be like, oh, okay. I know what kind of vibration Quan S is on. I'll be seeing you up in Brother Rich's chat room, so I know what you about. Which is a beautiful thing. Y'all can teach me some shit. We a fucking community, goddammit. It ain't no leaders. We a community. I just have a talent being able to talk. And I love talking. But I'm okay with other people saying things differently than me. I'm okay with being wrong. That's fine. Because when you're wrong and someone tell you you're wrong, guess what? You're no longer wrong anymore. You know what the truth is. That's a beautiful thing if you ask me. That's a beautiful thing if you ask me. Like, there are very few YouTube channels that I even care about being on, like interviewing with. It's really only like 2 or 3. One of them was 5150. Once I got on 5150, I was good. You know what I mean? I saw Corey at the Improv last Monday. Man, Corey, I love Corey, man. Corey a good dude. Corey be talking all that shit, but let me tell y'all something. Corey Holcomb is a good dude. Like, for real, for real. I've been, every time when Larry was out here in LA, we went to Improv and Corey was up there and we talked. I've seen Corey do so many cool things. Like, I've seen him, it been people that nigga he didn't know out in front of the Improv waiting on the Uber, but the Uber taking so long, and the nigga Corey like, man, I can't just leave this nigga out here, man. Hey, where you going? Corey Hogan, all that shit he talk, believe it. As funny as Corey is, he's as solid of a good person as he is too. Make that be very clear. He's as funny, he's as good of a person as he is funny. But Corey, that was one show channel I wanted to get on that I got on. And Brother Rich's channel, Black Magic 363. I think Brother Rich is one of the best interviewers out there. He asks some great questions. And he has great guests. That's probably the only other YouTube channel that I want to be interviewed by is Brother Rich. Black Magic 363. He's done so much to help wake me up with all of his content. And the people he interviewed over the years. And he interviewed them and I buy their books and go further and deeper into it. I'd be happy as hell if I got on Brother Rich's channel, Black Magic 363. Outside of that, I really don't give a shit about nothing else going on YouTube. I'll be in my own world. Yeah, Corey's a comedic genius. Barry Smith, why are you trolling? He called you ugly. We clown, nigga. Of course he called me ugly. You know the shit I've told Corey in front of the Improv when we be clowning? Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't right here. Y'all see on the screen. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Just chill. We not here for the controversy. We ain't here for the bullshit. I'm not here for the bullshit. I've called them far worse than that. We crack jokes. So what? We don't spread bullshit between black men. That's not how we get down here. I'm not cool with that. Oh, Ivory, yeah, We All Be is another good channel. Oh, shouts out to Brother Ron. I've already interviewed on Brother Ron's channel. I'm glad you brought him up though, Ivor. We All Be is a great Brother Ron. When I first see, I don't know. Brother Ron is somebody he's the first person online that really encouraged me to really get it cracking. I've been following Brother Ron's channel for a long time. So when I decided to do my own thing, me and Brother Ron was already Facebook friends. So when I decided to do my own thing and have my own show, Brother Ron from We All Be was the first one to give me encouragement and encourage me. And he watched the show. Sometimes, hell, he'll still watch sometime and jump in. He may not sit in the chat room, but he'll watch the show later on. Brother Ron has been on this channel and I've been on his channel. Salute to him. I got to call him again. Brother Ron's a good dude from We All Be TV. Good dude. Really good dude. Yeah, we don't do that instigating stuff in my chat room. Like, I'm cool with everybody, but you're not gonna give me the beef with nobody in the chat room saying somebody said something. That's not how we get down here. That's not how we get down. I know y'all know me as a person that spreads information, but I started off in comedy. Other comics gonna say some shit. We gonna clown each other. We gonna have fun. And then we gonna move on. We don't take things personal around here. We don't play them games. Oh yeah, bro. Show Brother Ron. Matter of fact, I got a call. Me and Brother Ron, we haven't talked in a couple months. But the last time we did talk, we supposed to do a show together. Follow We All Be TV, Brother Ronald Hurd. That man's heart is in the right place. And he's good at what he does. Brother Ron's another one that conducts great interviews. Him and Brother Rich. Brother Rich at Black Magic 363 and Brother Ron at We All Be TV. Those are my two favorite interviewers online. Brother Ron knows how to ask a question and get the fuck out the way. That's why I gotta credit Brother Ron for that when it comes to me. People say that they like my interviews, how I shut up when people talk. I really got that from Brother Ron. Because I will see when Brother Ron will interview Judge Joe Brown or Dick Gregory, and I will see when other people will interview them same two guys. We get a whole lot more out of Brother Ron's interviews because you'd have the interviewer trying to overtalk Dick Gregory. Like, why would you ever try to overtalk Dick Gregory or Judge Joe Brown? These people have so much information. Ask a question and shut the fuck up. Brother Ron, Brother Rich, those are two cats that are great at that. They let their people go. And so me seeing the difference between their interviews and other people's interviews with the same people, when I started doing interviews with people, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be more like them niggas. Like, ask a question and shut the fuck up. Because when people are being interviewed, the listener is here to hear what the interviewee has to say. Y'all already know how I think. This is my channel. I don't have no ego. When it's time for me to talk, I do shows like this where I run my goddamn mouth all day and not interview nobody. This is my time to talk. But if I'm interviewing somebody, no. It's all about them. And because people like Brother Ron and Brother Rich give so many excellent interviews, I was like, okay, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I miss Dick Gregory. Yeah, we don't incite beef, man. All the non-FBAs talking shit. I say let them talk shit. They're insignificant. They're nobody. They've always talked shit about us black Americans. We need to continue to build. That's all. We just got to keep doing what the fuck we do. Let them talk. They're insignificant. Yeah, Shane, I hate people ask questions and cut people off. I hate that in an interview. Like me, look, even though as much shit as I talk, and some of y'all may even be, y'all see me on Instagram. I talk shit on Instagram too. Like, if somebody come to me, I come back at them and I be sounding like I'm on one, but I'm really not. I really respect my listeners. I never eat when I'm on here, because the worst thing ever is to fucking be listening to somebody interview or talk and you eating. I think that's so disrespectful. People driving and in their car got nice sound systems, and all I hear is man, get that shit out of here. Never eat while talking on a mic. And when I bring on a guest to give you guys information, my job is to ask good setup questions and get the fuck out the way. Honori's a horrible interviewer. He fucked up the Kanye interview. But Kanye was just so forthcoming, it didn't make a difference. Thank God Kanye was just a forthcoming individual. But you saw Nori interview. Kanye said the worst thing I did was shine Big Sean. Nori was, hey, let's clap it up for that. Yay! Nigga, is you listening to what the fuck he just said? That's not time to clap. That's time to ask a follow-up question. See, I be having my questions ready for my interviews, but I never have too many questions because I know I'm gonna need to leave space for follow-up. Whoever I'm interviewing is going to say some shit. That makes me have to follow up so you guys can get more information. Yeah, it said, no, it look like Mr. Ed. This nigga Nori, yeah, he right. This nigga Nori is one of them half fat motherfuckers. Goddamn, you got the shape of a fat man and in shape man at the same time. How that happen? That nigga Nori is shaped like DJ Show. Them motherfuckers, they have some fucking horrible questions. I mean, you tell when Kanye was saying so much that needed to be followed up on. You saw when he was talking about black people and farming for other. Nori's like, no, we don't want to talk about that. And I get it. He got his corporate sponsors he got to please, but damn. Damn. else y'all talking about? I'm about to get up out of here. It's been here almost 2 hours. I was planning on doing an hour and a half. But now we're a little longer. Y'all see the Cash App at the bottom. If y'all got a little bit extra, don't mind dropping something in on the Cash App, please. Money goes right back into the show. Yeah. He said Morton Downey Jr. teeth. Ha 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 ha. What's up, Deep Impressions? What's up, Cold Crush? Stanley White, thank y'all for joining the motherfucking chat room. He said Northern of the Cleveland Indians baseball logo. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. He do kind of look like that. Man. Yeah, ain't nothing else to talk about tonight. I'm gonna do a show pretty soon. I'm gonna do Instance and Ashtrays coming soon. In the meantime, go to my Mixcloud in the description. Mixcloud.com/DewanB. Get my live music breakdowns. When I talk to y'all about music, see, this is different between me and these other frauds out here. They'll tell you, oh, such and such music came from Jamaica. Such and such music came from the Caribbean. But then they'll follow it up and not be able to tell you shit else. When I tell you where music came from, I got a whole show dedicated to playing the music and pointing it out in detail with researchable facts on the music. That's what Incense and Ashtrays is about. We as Black Americans got to claim our shit. And I got tired of waiting on somebody else to do it, so I fucking said I'd do it. And I play the music so you don't just have to hear what I got to say. You can hear it with your own ear. So download the Mixcloud. Yeah, Circulate With. I'm going to do that interview with Jeff Brown, but Jeff has been busy as fuck. Jeff told me he wants to do that interview towards the end. We're going to do that interview towards the end of November. He's really busy between now and then. Ivor, hell yeah, I would love an interview with Knowledge. Knowledge is a dope-ass music producer. But I don't know Knowledge. Hell, if you know him, give that nigga my number. Shit, I interview him quick, fast, and in a hurry. I do got angles I can work. Like, I'm only one person away from basically anybody in music. If I don't know them directly, I'm literally only one person away from 95% of people in music. I'm only one degree of separation away from 95% of all the musicians out there. But that 1 degree can be a bitch. And I ain't thirsty, so it'd be hard. So yeah, but I'm gonna do that interview with Jeff later this month when his schedule permits. Yeah, Shane, whenever they say hip hop came from the Caribbean, just ask them who, what, when, where, and how. They're not gonna be able to answer that. Oh shit, I got a Cash App. I appreciate that. I appreciate the Cash App, Mark. But I'm about to get up out of here. The wife is home now. We about to kick it and have a good time. Thank y'all for listening. I think either tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure. Either tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to do another episode of Incense and Ashtrays over on Mixcloud where we're going to be doing our music. In the meantime, go on over to Mixcloud and download an episode. Especially for you truckers out there. You want 2 hours of good music, like how they used to do on the radio back in the day when they would play the music and explain the music in between songs, but not overtalk the music, make it about the music. Download Mixcloud and go follow Incense and Ashtrays. Y'all be in rush hour driving anyway. Incense and Ashtrays is perfect for your rush hour. If you don't catch me live, you can just play an episode. It's 90% music, 95% music. Just a little bit of me talking. I'm not talking as much as I do right here. I just kind of explain a little bit of the music and I go right back into the music. Great for your drive and your commute. And also great for your music knowledge because I'm giving you game and information along with really good music. My name is Dewan B. Remember this, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. We out.